Hey, we're back. We're going to continue our topic on entertainers and should they, come together and help out South Africa. And D was saying not just South Africa, but all of Africa. And I can agree with him on that. Now, one thing I think that we need to do is start laying the seeds, so to speak. Because if we can start laying the seeds and have some type of communication, some type of dialogue, some type of relationship with South Africa, hey, this country going to hell, we might have somewhere to go.
The interesting thing is that unbeknownst to the majority of us, that different African countries have been trying to reach out to so-called African Americans to come there and participate in their growth by bringing different types of technology. And it baffles me how, for the most part, we kind of have been in the mind frame of sitting back and letting other nationalities go in there. Like right now, Africa is overran with Chinese.
Yeah.
And we're sitting back and we'll let everybody else go in there and capitalize off the riches of our homeland. And we sit here and thinking we don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out, when most of those African countries have open arms for African American. I mean, they don't want us bringing no bullshit,
right?
But in terms of industrialization and things of that nature, if we have expertise, they're welcoming that with open arms, as are even some of the so-called Middle Eastern countries. Iraq is paying big dollars for people that are in different industries that are going to help them, reignite their infinfrastructure and
help rebuild their infrastructure. So now, I'm going to tell you this. I just found this out, and I'm going to share this information with everybody. One thing that I found out is, if you're interested in trying to find out how you can either create an import-export with Africa, or how you can maybe use your knowledge, your technology, your knowledge of air conditioning, heat, and electrical, hair supply, whatever. It was been instructed to me that you contact the embassy, and they have departments there that is catered towards helping set up and establish businesses, so they can get you all information and things like that. So it all depends on which continent you're interested in, so forth and so on. You can go and contact the embassy and ask some questions and see where they can, where your skill or your ability to create business, it can be more needed at. So I haven't done it thus far myself, but I promise you guys, before the end of the week, I will have made contact with them and will be accruing some literature, and to try to see what I can, what I can do.
That's what's up.
And that's one of my things there. So I found out to contact the embassy of the African country,
and that right there is extremely useful information, because I'm pretty positive that the majority of people that are going to hear it have never heard it before.
Right. So contact the embassy. They have embassies. They have lines. They have phone numbers. You can Google it and find out your South Africa continent, whether it's South Africa, Guyana, not Guyana, but Ghana. And and try to find out. Now, this is one thing that it continues to surprise me. When we see Africa, we look at the people with the no shoes, and I know I started off with the no shoes, and they saw this and stuff like that. Now, even in the documentary, the ones that went over there was totally surprised
to see how much Africa is built up.
Right. They had some slum sections. They had
so do we.
But they went to a nightclub where the folks that was in the nightclub was in Gucci, and they was in top, and the rappers in Paul Wall made his comment like, "Wow, I felt underdressed when they went to the nightclub." He felt underdressed. He was like, "What?" I mean, they was in the club
balling.
Yeah, you couldn't tell if you was in Africa or there. I mean, where you was at, and it was like, but people are. I'm always taken back by it, because when I see Africa, not. Technically, I know this. I've been knowing that they have African cities, skyscrapers, the whole nine. But the part that I see is the people that's not doing well.
That's to strategize.
Well, I mean, no, I'm just saying that it's not saying that that's all I see.
No, I'm saying it's strategize to show that more. Like, how often in a news report about something happening in any European country do you see a European slum?
Yeah, you don't.
You're not going to, because it's designed to make you want to go there. It's designed for you to take your money and visit that place, you know, because it's so beautiful. Whereas when it comes to Africa, it's not really designed for you to make that country rich in any kind of way, or that continent, I should say, rich in any kind of way. It's not designed to psychologically program us.
Wow. Well, hey, we're gonna talk some more about this, but since he keep brilliantly segueing us into our next topic, Rich. We have a list of the top 10 athletes that are in financial trouble, bankruptcy wise. And again, a lot of times when I came up with this topic also, and a lot of times when I come up with these topics, it's because some things baffle me. It really does. And I understand it, but it still baffles me. How can somebody be worth
$400 million
and one day and be worth only a fraction of that the next?
Well, according to the article, it says that his lifestyle and divorce and things of that nature took him from being 400 million in the plus to 2,700 million in the minus.
I don't get it. I've seen Mike Tyson on many interviews, and he talked about his lifestyle. And Mike Tyson was one of those individuals that didn't care. Mm-hmm. He didn't care. He felt that he was slum. He came from the slum. If he lived his life and blew it all in one day, he didn't mind going back to the slum. That
has a lot to do with that book that I've on different shows said that we should read.
The post-traumatic slave syndrome.
Exactly. In that book, it mentions how the majority of black males feel that they won't reach a certain age, and because they feel that they won't reach a certain age, they don't make investments in life.
Right.
So I mean, not all of us are going to be susceptible to the mind frame, but when you try to explain certain realities, I'm sure that you can name a lot of people that you've known in your life that have that mentality, like, damn, you know, they had a lot, but they just, you know, as easy as it came, it went. And it's because it's like, I'm not going to be here to see it grow anyway, so I might as well just enjoy myself now and ball out. And it's interesting because I'm going through the book now for my third time. It's interesting in reading this book over and over again.
Post-traumatic slave syndrome.
And I can't name many books that I've read twice, and I'm going through this one for my third time because there's some things that are in there that are so pertinent to understanding when you're coming in contact with our own people, the mind frame that we're in. Like, you know, sometimes maybe you're in the grocery store, you hear certain things, and you're like, you know, what the hell, you know. You would like to know where that mind frame originate from,
right?
And being able to target it and pinpoint and then trace is remarkable. It's making me feel liberated because I don't have to ask the question that much anymore on a lot of different issues.
Right. Hey, when we come back, we're gonna name these top 10 black athletes that filed for bankruptcy. So hey, you're listening to TriStar Radio. Stay tuned. Don't touch that dial. In the back room with your Tam, take 3.
Hi, I'm Jatam. When I want to listen to some classic R&B hip hop hits, I tune into TriStar Radio.
That was great.
Daddy, am I gonna get paid for this?
Get paid